Hi, this is Paul Manley, your Member of Parliament for Nanaimo Ladysmith. I'm here at my home office in Nanaimo Territory, where I've been self-isolating since Parliament suspended on March 13th. First of all, I want to just thank all of our frontline workers, our emergency response teams, our healthcare workers, those that are working in grocery stores, those that are working in essential services, getting the goods that we need to survive onto our grocery shelves, those that are keeping those crucial aspects of our economy going. Thank you so much for your service. Please stay healthy, stay safe. The rest of you, stay healthy, stay safe, stay home. Please listen to the health authorities. Please help us arrest the spread of COVID-19 in our community so we don't end up with a crisis like what's happened in Italy and Spain by inadvertently spreading this throughout the community. We need to listen to the health authorities at this time. I want to assure you that we're doing what we can, that the government is doing what it can to make sure that Canadians are taken care of so that you can pay your rent, so you can pay your mortgage, so you have money for food, so you have money for the medicines that you need. And please don't hoard. Just get the things that you need for a couple of weeks to feed yourself, and then just hunker down at home. That's what I've been doing here in my basement, working on my basement office, answering emails, answering calls, talking to government ministers, talking to parliamentary secretaries, getting daily briefings on what the government is doing, and giving them feedback about what our constituents here in Nanaimo Ladysmith need and what Canadians across Canada need. And that means, improving the bailout package for small business. Small business is the engine of our economy, and we can't have small businesses going bankrupt because of this crisis, which is turning into an economic crisis. So we need to have more wage support. 10% is not enough. We need to go up to what the Europeans are doing, the Northern Europeans, and take it up to 75 or 80%. We need to make sure that seniors are taken care of. Many seniors have watched their retirement investments just slaughtered in the stock market. And what we need is an increase in the OAS and make sure that seniors are taken care of. Many of the services that they rely on in our community are shut down right now, the things that help them get by with the income that they have. So I'm asking the government to step up for seniors. We need to make sure that people, it doesn't matter what they do, what line of work that they're in, that they are supported when that work is shut down, when their workplaces are shut down. So whether it's EI or the other emergency measures, we need to make sure that that's extended to everybody. One of the things we've proposed for years is a guaranteed livable income, which if we had that in place, we would already have the system in place to get money out to every Canadian. Instead, what we have is a system that's a patchwork, and we have 500,000 people last week applying for EI, and I'm not sure how many that's going to be this week, but it's a system that is having trouble handling that number. We had 27,000 people apply in the same month last year. So please have patience with your government workers. They're doing what they can under extreme circumstances to get you the services that you need, and we're trying to make sure that everybody is taken care of. We need landlords to not evict tenants. Have a little patience. Make sure that you let your tenants have a little bit of a grace period if you can. There's protections. There's the ability for you to extend your mortgage if you need to. We're working on the government to have a rental package in place to make sure that people can pay rent, because I know that not all landlords can take advantage of those mortgage rules that, some of them rely on their rental income to pay their own bills. And so we're aware of that, and we're working on those issues. Right now, we're waiting for Parliament to resume. Last night, we were sent a piece of legislation with huge government overreach in it. And, it extended the finance minister and cabinet's ability to tax and spend without any checks and balances at all until December 2021. That's 21 months without any government oversight. What we've been calling for is to use the Emergency Measures Act, which has a health care provision in it for a public health emergency. That piece of legislation was designed in 1988 by parliamentarians when they were not under emergency circumstances. So there was a lot of thought that went into that bill. There are checks and balances throughout it. When the government calls an emergency, it has to be ratified by Parliament within a week. And the emergency is for 90 days, and then it needs to be extended by Parliament. There are abilities for the government to spend to deal with the emergency. There are a number of measures that the government can take under that emergency. It does not completely suspend people's civil rights. That it has to be measured and in response to the crisis that is outlined. It wouldn't give the government the ability to bail out big oil companies who are dealing with another crisis at this time, but it would give the government the ability to help those workers in the oil industry who have been laid off. And that's what we need right now. So we're in the process. We're just waiting for Parliament to resume. I know the parties are negotiating this right now. And we're hoping to see some better legislation come forward that everybody can agree on, but I think they should just bypass that right now and just go with the Emergency Measures Act. This is a piece of legislation that was designed for this very circumstance. So I'm going to wrap it there. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment. We'll try to answer as many of them as we can. I've got a ton of emails that I'm working on responding to. I've been on my computer from 7 in the morning to 10 at night every day, including the weekends, trying to respond to the needs of constituents. You can still reach my office at 250-734-6400. You can email at paul.manley@parl.gc.ca, and we'll respond to all those individual cases that are brought forward. We still have people outside of the country that we're trying to get repatriated who had left the country for various reasons, vacations or work trips, or on projects in developing countries, and we're working on getting all those people back into Canada as well. Lots of different issues that we're working on here. Your government is at work. We're just doing it under different circumstances. Me here, self-isolating in my home basement. Please, stay healthy, stay safe, stay home. Listen to the health authorities. Put your questions in the comments. We'll try to answer as many as we can. Take care.